Hi, my name is Robert Lanteng. I'm a lighting designer, known also as lightbob.com. So today what I'm going to share to you is the behind the scene, how I put this course together and where I'm going with this. Of course, the first thing is I want to share my passion about lighting and lighting design, but also about education, because I found that when I started to do lighting, there was not much that I could learn from. And fortunately, I had these beautiful men in my life that taught me a lot about lighting, about life, about arts, about technical stuff, about, well, everything that I know today. And 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 also went to school. I was very privileged, and I decided at a very young age that there wouldn't be any barrier for me, and that I could do everything I want. So of course, you know, out of respect and out of also out of love for lighting, I decided to put this course together for you. Now, there's a lot of things that happen in the past year in term of lighting and in term of technology and education, and the most beautiful thing is now to see how everything is merging together. I opened my first school in the 80s. I had about a little course room which was about 900 square feet, and I had a couple table, and I did a lot of practicing, and I did a lot of testing, and I taught lighting the best that I could with everything I had. Nowadays, I'm not saying that course room are obsolete, but people have less and less time. There's all kinds of security issue. There's all kinds of lifestyle that we want. We want to get a better job, but we don't always have the times. We don't have the proximity to go to school. So the internet brought in some amazing tools that, you know, I've been working with, I've been developing, I've been looking at for the past, I would say, 10 years. And basically in the past 5 years, I really accelerate the rhythm, and I saw this becoming more accessible and real. In the 2004, when I did my degree in education, I designed a whole program of lighting. I designed a whole new way of seeing lighting design, and a career path, based on a career path. I thought lighting was awesome, but I look at some other career, and they had some good points that I know I could bring to the profession, and I could bring to the table, and I had the capacity. So what I wanted to do was creating a program that would be not only theoretical but also practical. So I started putting stuff together, and I came up with that master program of 1125 hours of course. And of course, you know, when you do a project that ambitious, it took me about 18 months. There's a lot of things to do. I mean, not only the academical side, but also the physical side. You need to find a place, you need to, and then you get into the education, politics, and red tapes and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, you take this big projects and you put it away because the mountain is too high. Now, with the venue of technology and the internet, it's different. What I'm launching today is the first module, is also a new way of learning. Because I found that over the years, a lot of people don't have much time, and a lot of people have lots of talents. A lot of people have knowledge and basic stuff that I don't need to repeat. There's so many courses, or there's so many times I need to know how an LED is made. There's so many different ways that I could learn what a lux is or a foot candle. There's so many. So all of this is already exists in books and videos and all that stuff. So what I did is that I found a tool that I could use this and set up some base. And on top of that, I decided that was a very good experience to be able to take some information everywhere and gather it and put it on a format and of a video, and then you can watch this and learn. But there's still concept and there's still ideas that maybe you don't totally fully understand. So if you have some kind of a check sheet, and you have questions and you have to answer according to what you just saw, then your level of knowledge really increase. And the third thing is that make sure that you understand and that you really put it into perspective is that you need to practice. So based on that, I designed a program which was video based that have some check sheet and also practical exercise. So this became the foundation of this training that you're going to see today. Today you're going to see the first part of the module, which is 12 chapters and about 46 different video, which are talking about 12 themes. I mean, light, we have, if we look at this, you know, we have the course, we have, it talks about lights, it talks about design, talks about the lighting design, talks about the fixtures, talks about application. So basically, all the course is based around a module, a physical module, and what you have is that you have video. The second part that we'll be launching is the check sheet book. So the check sheet will be launched, and then what's happening is that every different chapters have a check sheet which you have exercise to answer. And the third part is going to be up to you, because then you're going to have to find out some stuff, practice, do some practical exercise. Now, so this is module 1. I have designed, like I said, the program is based on four different acts. I designed the program on technology, creation, research and development, and business. I believe that today a lighting designer is not only somebody that can make pretty drawings or can do some AutoCADs or can just, you know, go and talk in a meeting for an hour about philosophy and all kinds of different things that can happen in a future building. A lighting designer have to be a bit more than that. And especially if you're new to this business and you don't know how it works, I'm addressing myself to you. If you're getting into this business, I'm addressing to you. If you are thinking about changing business and going into the lighting field, I'm addressing to you. If you're a salesperson, you don't know nothing about design, I'm addressing to you. Why? Because what you're selling is a beautiful product that if it's put in a wrong context, it's gonna create a disaster. What do I mean? Well, if you take the wrong the wrong type of bulb and you put it in the wrong location, and you're creating the wrong effect, then what's happening? The client's not going to be happy, the user are not going to be happy, you know, and at the end of the day, you're the one who sold that equipment. So nobody's going to be happy. On the other hand, if you have a little bit of understanding, if you have a little bit of concept, if you have a little bit of, you know, observation skill that you develop, because everybody knows about lighting, really. I'm not inventing anything. I'm not saying that this is a new kind of art or guru. No, we've been with lighting forever. So and on another hand, if you are doing what you're supposed to do, and you're a salesperson or you're somebody that don't know nothing about lighting, well, you're gonna learn some basic principle. You're gonna learn how to position lighting. You're gonna learn how to observe. You're gonna learn how to talk about lighting without talking about price. Because the money is the last thing on the chain, on the food chain. When you talk about the money first, it means that you don't have anything else to say. But if you talk about the space, if you talk about the function, if you talk about the many different aspects that you can enhance with lighting, then you are light speed ahead of a lot of your competitor, a lot of people in the field, because most people talk about price today, unfortunately. So, and it doesn't mean that you cannot talk about price, but you know, there's many other things that will justify. And if you have ideas about concept, if you can create a beautiful environment, if you know about putting different layers of light, if you know about control, if you know about, you know, who's doing what on a construction job or on the hierarchy of specification, you'll be more empowered to help your clients create more beautiful project, and also be on budget. Okay, 90% of my clients have a problem with lighting today. The problem is not that the LEDs are too blue, or they're not powerful enough, or that their problem is like, oh my God, there's no control. It's out of control. We start a specification with a budget, we go into buying, it's 3 times. Why? And then the result, we look at the result, and it's not even what they promise us. So, and I understand, everybody's gotta make a living, and not everybody knows about it. So I got tired of it, and I said, okay, let's do this. I'm gonna launch this program. First of all, I'm gonna do a pledge, okay? And here I am. I'm pledging that before 2020, I'm gonna educate 20,000 professionals. I'm gonna educate some lighting designers. If I can help people in the distribution, in the manufacturing, if I can help people in the specification, or even in just education. If I can help other educators to become better or become more up to date. I mean, I'm looking at some educational course online, and I'm like, oh my God, these people, if they really try to educate, well, it's not the right way. Okay, the new way is coming. People are more on the edge. There's a thing called the internet out there. I mean, we do these kind of video live and without big elaborate sets or everything time and the makeup artist. This is what I look like when I wake up in the morning. That I don't have a 25 people crew just to make sure that the shot that you're gonna see is perfect. No, this is my work. I take in my office, I take my wall, and I put this on, and I like it, and I say, well, this is what it's gonna be, right? I develop all these tools. I even made the lighting program of the future, this is what we're gonna see next. I made a little sheet with what do I do, and what is it, and price and page and lighting, and this is what it is, straight. Like I have nothing in my sleeve, and this is how it should be done. This is how people's gonna learn in the future. We're gonna learn from video, we're gonna learn from practice, we're gonna learn from live, cover feed, etc., etc. Now, some people are gonna like it, some people are not gonna like it. This is not for everybody. Like I said, if you are passionate about lights, if you respect, if I have the know-how, if you want to learn the know-how, if you want to work with technology, the timing is perfect, because 20 years ago, when I set up my first course, buying 6 computer, 1 server, and 6 license cost me over 80 grand, $80,000 just to try to teach, and I didn't have 1 student. Now, to launch this course, I have maybe invest a couple $1,000s in software, and it's not for lighting software, it's for teaching or managing my courses. I'm filming this from my iPhone 7. I have a little microphone here, and that's it. This is how it's going to be, as straight as this. And the most important thing that doesn't come back, and people don't have much, is time. So you can watch these films on the subway, you can watch it in the restaurant, you can watch it while you're waiting, you're doing your laundry, whatever. This is what you want. After that, you have your check sheets, and then the third part will be the exercise. So with this, I think you are pretty well equipped to become what I would say the next generation of lighting designers. And LED is, of course, the technology that we're using today. Where is it going to be in 5 years? I don't know. But I know that for today, we went from 30,000 different bulbs in the year 2000 to today we have about 3,000 different LED. So where do we stand in this? It's not over. And I'm not saying that we're going to learn about the 3000 LED. We're going to learn about the lighting design principle. We're going to learn about how a fixture is made. We're going to learn about certain specialty. We're going to learn about how to make a beautiful environment that everybody wants to be in. We're going to talk about you know, why do we need 6 lights instead of 3? Why do we need 2 switch? Why do we need this type of control? Why do we? So basically what we're going to do is that we're going to learn behind the scene. And then after that, you'll be more able to help your clients, help yourself, help people that you're working with. If you're working on any projects, from a little tiny house to a multi-billion-dollar complex, the principles are all the same. It's just the scales that change. And there's no secret. It's all out there. It's all on the internet. It's just a matter of getting it, sorted it out. And of course, if something's missing, I will compliment. I have about 2 gigs of documents. I have all kinds of lighting drawings. I have all kinds of, lighting legends, lighting symbols. I have, everything that you need to make a beautiful plan. I will share it to you because I made them. They've been paid for, and they're sitting in my computer for nothing. I have about 1 gig of forms, different forms, how to handle a project, how to ask for a change order, how to set up a crew for design, how to run a studio, how to do a custom light, how to do, all of these forms that I built over the years because I needed them, and I was working with my different staff and different projects all over the world. I had to communicate. Well, this is all coming in with this course. Of course, it's not all going to come at once. I'm going to have a drip content because I don't want it to be confusing. There's a certain method that we're going to be using. And, at the end, you're going to be a lighting designer, and I can guarantee that. Or a better lighting professional. And I will achieve my 20,000 people goal. So thank you for taking time. Hope you enjoy this. Like I said, this is a journey. Treat it as a journey, and hope that to see you on the other side. Thank you.